All right, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, as you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Guys, today is my fourth red day in a row. Red Friday, $29. Red Monday, 171. Red Tuesday, 1,000. And now red 776 today. What is going on after a very solid month and almost 2 weeks of green days? Man, oh man, we are paying it forward right now. So tomorrow I'm coming in, and my goal is just to end green if I can. I'm gonna use smaller size, and if I can just make a couple $100 throughout the day, that will suffice. That will be good enough. Just trying to get myself back on the winning side of things, man. Sometimes this is how it is, right? The cycle of the market, the hot, cold, and the in between. And right now things are on the colder side, which definitely is a good time for me to size down, be perhaps a little more selective in some areas, and try to just lock it in and get out of there. Yesterday I was green 900 before quickly going red. So these are certain things for me to consider. And definitely I don't want to give back a lot of my gains. So gotta keep it tight, gotta keep it cool, and look to lock in. So let's talk about some of the stocks that we traded today. We had ticker symbol LIXT, IBIO, and VERB, cheaper stock. Even CZU up here. And we had, of course, DJT, Donald Trump, media, right? This stock, DWAC, name change, and I want to believe a bit of a merger with something else. I might be mistaken, but yeah, we know Trump had some issues with social media and like this freedom of speech stuff, right? We had Truth Social and so forth, and it's just interesting to see how these real life current events are then carried over into the market. But we didn't trade it much today. STOK, the last symbol, small green. So let's get into it. LIXT. We're gonna look at some archives here as well today. Man, LIXT. This one was promising pre-market, but into the open, very choppy. So we were dealing with this, massive range, and just bids flushing out, and the stock teleporting down. I mean, just absolutely insane. So we started with a high of 24. It dips all the way down to 83. The 1 minute candle does make the new high right here, rips up to 20, but then right back down again. And when we finally thought things were looking good on this longer red to green move here, we pushed up. Unfortunately, I missed the breakout, trying to buy for, I believe 420. My initial high of day was 20 and 24. Over here, I'm buying 20. I'm in. I'm out too soon. This thing rips all the way to 40, and then dips down to 20, holds for a little bit, jumps up to 30. I'm in, thinking we were going to continue back over time for 40 and then maybe 50, like that. But instead, as we can see, it flushes down. So I took some losses there, man. Just disappointing stuff. Just disappointing stuff. Sometimes it is what it is. This is just what you got to deal with it. But for me, the main thing is to always keep it tight. So when we fast forward here a little, again, we're curling up. Let's come back. So we're curling up right here. Gets back to 410. And we're lingering between 10 and let's say 16, 18. And I tell myself, you know what? We're seeing all this red on the tape, and there's 9. We're seeing a lot of red on the tape in this area, but it's not really selling off. So I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to jump in, and if it starts to come down, so I'm in right here. I'm like, if it starts to come down 7, 6, 5, I'm going to try to cut it tight, but I'm going to look for the move up. And ultimately right here, I'm not going to hold it long enough. We're seeing a lot of green here on the tape in some areas, but it's like nothing is happening. And so I'm going to be in for a couple seconds here, and then eventually I'm going to say, you know what, man, I'm going to cut it. It's not going. So we had 9 right there again, and right here I'm like, I'm going to cut it. I cut it, and then a couple seconds later, there's 20. Perhaps I could have been back in, but right here it's going to go. There's 25. I'll let it play. It's gonna jump up to 30 here. I could have been in, but I just, you know, just the stock a little indecisive to go right through level. So that in turn made me indecisive. And again, so I missed the entry, but it's one of those things where it's close. You know, it's close. I could have been in at 13, selling up into this push at 20, 25, 30, but it's just not going to be the case. So it's going to dip back down. There's 22 by 24. I'm late. I'm going to get 29 fill as it bounced up to 30 on the ask. So I just cut that as a scratch trade. And I'm going to try to jump back in. And let's see, I get fill 20, good fill. We do see some selling. And right there, it could have sold off. Right there, it could have sold off. We had 15 for the low. And so I was hoping for the bounce back up. It's going to come all the way down. So this is where the risk is. If we don't hold up the previous levels just like that, we can be going right to the depths. And in at 20, stopping out between 4 and 405. So, you know, tricky stuff, man. The other stock, let's see, IBIO. I think that might have been the first minute. VERB. Look at this. So VERB, we're kind of just watching here to see how this one is going to do. And look at this flush out right here. So level 2 is over on the right hand side. Initially, I'm keeping it tight because I don't want to give it a chance to blaze me. But I'm watching to see how well we can hold up this level for a retest of the highs of 40.38 and 39.40, 39.90, and 40 was holding for a while. But it's going to start to dip. There's a bit of 39.70 of 64,000. And this thing is going to start to come down a bit. So that order's getting filled. There's 38.30. And we dip right into VWAP. And we also had our previous resistance right here, right, as we rejected the level a couple times. So I'm going to throw out a limit order, assuming that we would see some more selling pressure. But it does bounce, and I don't think I got the fill right away, so I'm going to mark it in here eventually. And I'm going to get filled on the ask at 38.70, if I'm not mistaken. I try limit again for 38.40, 38.30 area. I'm telling you guys, sometimes I do use limit orders. Not a lot, but sometimes I will, right? When there's a small spread and I want to be in at the lower areas. So I ended up marketing in. I'm in at 38.70. And this thing is just going to collapse. You know, it's kind of sideways. I'm looking for that move back over 39 and then a retest of 40. Can we bounce off the VWAP over the next minute or so? Or even if it's a quick bounce, even better. And this thing is going to start to tank. So I'm going to say, you know what? I got to cut this around 38. I think is where I'm going to cut the trade. Trying to keep it tight. So I'm going to lose about a penny, which is going to be about 80 bucks. Well, right there. So that's a quick cut. Not quite losing the full $80 for a full cent, but it's going to come down. I think I'm going to try again. Did I? Okay, yeah, I'm going to try again. And I'm in 37.50. 37.50. And there's 37. I'm already down half of a penny. And I'm like, I'm going to have to cut this thing. 36.80. I'm like, I got to cut this trade. Got to cut this trade. So from 37.50 to 36.80. Close to a full cent. Just, you know, just brutal stuff, man. Nothing that made a small move up held up its levels. Even STOK. So we move on to now STOK. We switch gears. And of course, by watching the other stock. So this was another issue I had today where it's like ring around the rosy. Opportunity costing. By the time I look at something else, it's already moved up. I'm looking at this, missing something else. You know, the whole nine. So finally pulled up STOK. I essentially was missing this entire thing. Because we got green relatively quickly. Once this one sold off. Because I think my first trade came under a dip. Like a quick dip. Oh, no. This is a good example. My first trade is going to come under a hidden buyer. So a lot of people ask, hey, Relentless, what does it look like to see a hidden buyer? Guys, let's pay attention to a couple things, right? So first and foremost, the high of day right now is at 1325. Now we come down to level 2. And once I look at the charting right here, there's no, there's no other like known levels for me really. So I'm going to come back to the level 2. And right as I look at the level 2, 1310 is showing me that someone is only looking to buy 100 shares. But we're already seeing at 1310 on the red here, people selling at the bid price, that more than 100 shares have been filled. There's more red, 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 more red. This is a lot more right here. This is telling me that there's a hidden order buying right here. So I'm going to take a chance eventually. There's more red, more red. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to jump in. The risk of a hidden buyer is that you don't know how many shares they're buying. And so the order could be on its last 10,000 shares or less. We can only assume, was this a 100,000 share position? 500,000? Less? More? I have no idea. But the risk of buying here is that look at how extended this stock is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green candles. This is why I couldn't buy this with size, like for my risk management. I'm in 1,000 shares, knowing if this just flushes down 50 cents, I'll lose 500, but I'm kind of giving it a chance to see what it might do. This is a risky trade, but I take high risk entries, right? So I'm in, and right now anything below 10, I want to get the heck out of there. And it goes. There's 44 on the ask. Was I expecting to see 44? The answer is no. And it looks like I got to fill at 12. Was I expecting to see 44 on the ask? No. I think I'm going to try and sell the ask here too. Let's see. Did I? Yes, I am. Well, no. I'm going to sell half market at between 32 and 40. And I'm going to sell the other half between 40 and 56. So that was a decent first trade. I would have wished it was like 3 or 4K size, but can't take that type of size in that area. So that's how I got my first couple $100. And this thing dips all the way back down to 10, I believe. There's 18, but well, probably not. But from 18 to 38 on the bids, like not really giving you a chance to really be in. So being that I missed the dip there, I think I'm watching now over 50. If it gets over 50 with volume, I want to be able to notice the spread, right? It's like a 10-cent spread here. So this is ultimately risky. This could drop right back down to 10, 13, 20, 13. So right here, I think I'm going to jump in. Trying for break of 50. There's a spread there. I get a fair fill. We get to 57 by 75. I try to sell the ask right here. And I'm not going to get the fill. Look at this. Look at this, right? 74 by 43, like 29-cent spread, man. And I'm trying to sell the ask up at 74, 75. I think 75 is where my order was. So this ultimately is going to become a nonsense trade because, at this point, I'm just going to mark it out and hope to get some sort of fill in the spread. And I did. A couple cents. This is where Thinkorswim can definitely be good at times. At other times, it's pretty bad, but if we come over to the charts, this thing, we had this drop off. We had a brutal drop off. I tried buying the dip. I was up 700 at one point. Tried buying the dip, gave back half. I did leave out before the second move, but it looks like it was decent. Another 14% move if you want to count from here. 22%. Not bad. If it moved the same exact way that this first move was, then maybe I could have made some money. If not, I don't know. But I was out of here by then. That was 2 stocks. IBIO. This one was just tricky, man. And nice recovery here into the afternoon. So I got to stick. What this is telling me now, what this is telling me is that I got to start sticking around. I haven't been sticking around. So I got to start sticking around and actually watching. I haven't watched the last 2-3 days. I've just been out of here. So I think I need to stick around and watch and see how well we do in the afternoon, because this is not bad looking. I mean, I could have probably been green here. 37% move. Yeah, I probably could have done well in that uptrend. I don't know about this. I don't know about the rest of this, but here we get over VWAP. Volume gets into it. We get up to 290. We get a consolidation right here. We make the new high eventually, break of 3. Actually, no. Hold up. Because this stock was tricky. Was I here? No, I wasn't. Okay. This stock was a mess. Now that I kind of remember. Yeah, I didn't have any chance on this thing. At least at least not earlier. This was a brutal one, man. I shut down the live stream here. I tried to take this dip. It didn't bounce. Good entry. Almost at the bottom of the candlestick. Didn't bounce. But this one was just a mess. Fluctuation, chop, everything you name it. Every single thing you name it. Just fluctuation and chop, man. Just, you're in looking for a move, and then it comes back down aggressively. It felt a little heavy at times. Just not, an ideal stock. So we're at 90 here after the pullback from 99, and it just tanks. I've tried buying the dip 74. I think I was way too aggressive there. I was way too. Hold on, let me see. I'm not sure why I bought right there. Actually, was this the previous high? It might have been the previous high. Because what did I just do? It had to have been the previous high because, oh, it's right here. Let's see. 79. Okay. Because I would not buy the dip that aggressively is what I'm thinking. But I thought maybe the previous high of day would have been the lows. Because if we come back, the low of the last candle was 69. So I think I was looking for an entry between 70, or let's say between 80 and mid 70s. Lower 70s as the backstop. But this is just gonna tank. And this is all this all most of my losses kind of just came today. I mean, just some very, very quick losses, man. Even if we look back at LIXT right here, I think I'm gonna attempt the opening surge. Watch this right here, right? I'm gonna attempt the opening surge, and I'm gonna get sent to the gallows. So this one initially opens up at 4, jumps up to 410, 415, and so I'm thinking, okay, the low before pre-market, the low before the open was 93, and so how well can we hold up the whole dollar here? So just 19. I'm gonna try to buy for 4, and I think this is what was happening to me. I was just too aggressive. I bought it for, there's a bit of 13,000, but then 95. Perhaps I needed to wait for 390. Yep, and did we bounce back up right here? I think we did. So I'm already down. Yeah, you just look at how it's moving. Like it goes from 4, it teleports to 410 by 412. Like that type of stuff. Even if I was buying at 4, I probably got filled high. Like it's just moving very weird, man. And this is a perfect example. Look at that one more time. This is untradeable stuff. Like, just look at how this goes. I'll pause it. There's 18. There's 20. There's 21 by 23. 19 by 24, and then 1 second later, 9 by 16. Well, not even 1 second, millisecond. 9 by 16, and then 6 by 15. Like, and then 8 by 19. It's just garbage. You can't trade. This is like, I don't even know this is the wild, wild west. This is chaos. This is not how it's supposed to be moving. I'm not saying that it's supposed to be easy, but more so a little more linear. Like, can we see more liquidity to the point where we're getting a gradual move up, a gradual move down? And even when it's on the intense side of things, it can still be somewhat predictable rather than just, like bids and asks just and market price just going random places, it would seem. So yeah, that was the day. If we see more of this, I need to size down because I'm not going to do well in this type of stuff. We don't need to give back any of our gains, so yeah, that's the day, guys. Down $700. Looking to, lock in, keep things tight, and brace myself in case this lasts for like a month or two. I mean, I don't know. But, even if the year's to end today, it's already a great year. But we're definitely looking forward to more opportunities. So we just have to be patient. It's the cycle of the hot and cold. We know what it is. It's nothing new, even if it's your first time going through a colder cycle. It's all about managing the risk, sizing down, account preservation, not giving into frustration, not giving into any of those negative emotions, but keeping a clear mind. And now more than ever, we remind ourselves of the marathon mindset. So remember, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. So let's keep chasing our greatness. Let's do whatever is necessary to ensure success. With that being said, it's been Relentless Trader, your favorite day trading YouTuber. You guys can take a look at the Discord. If you are interested in being in the chat room, you guys can check out the Discord. You can check out the let me pull it up over here. Yeah, you guys can check out the Discord. People are posting different links and stuff. Yeah, check it out. This is where we hang out. I can see if I can't scroll all the way back up to earlier today. This is where we hang out. It's where we have like a good time and trade, talk, discuss. You'll see people posting different like screenshots of some of the trades that they took. This is a nice trade right here. Sizu from Adi in at 41 out of 90. Really nice trade right there. Some good call outs, right? SF and some of the other students here. I mean, guys, sometimes some days are just better than others, right? Some days are just better than others. You can check out the P&L section down here too to see how the traders did today. BMAC, nice. Some of the students had a nice day today. Way to go, man. Some of you guys locked it in. Some of you guys locked it in. So BMAC, nice day as well. Can we get a nice emoji here? Put a green check. Shout out to Calamity, who had his crossed over 1 million in profits today. Save had a nice day today trading GCTS up 14.5. Oh, let's say 15,000 rather. 15,000. Really good stuff there. A lot of good stuff from the team today. Not a small. Let's see, it was this about $80, 270 here, and we can hit the emojis. All right, Discord doing all right. Who's typing? Mighty is typing right there. Let me tell Mighty. Let's see if he catches on. All right, there we go. Yes. Mighty is in the building. Yeah, anyhow, traders are here all day long, right? So you'll still see people typing and stuff. But yeah, shout out to Calamity for, where's the post? Crossing over 1 million in gains. Here we go, right here. Absolutely impressive, man. Absolutely amazing. Way to go. This is what we love to see. From 2021, March of 2021 to March of 2024, $1 million. This is absolutely impressive, man. Shout out to Calamari, the man, the myth, the legend. Very impressive indeed. And we had some other students that did do well. All right. But yeah, check out the Discord. I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe. Hey, Ross. Hey, well, shout out to Ross if he's watching this too, right? You guys know it's all love and respect here. Shout out to Tim Sykes too, maybe Humble Trader. Hey, if any of you guys are watching on, shout out to you guys, the big time traders, the OGs, if you want to say, right? The clay traders. And shout out to John at Beginner Trading. John's channel is not like super huge like some of the other guys, but I rock with John. I listen to him every day. especially on those big market data release. If you guys are not familiar with John, beginner trading, he's a cool guy as well. But yeah, stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader, guys, and I am out, as they say in Canada.